The last model to complete our Evangelion Yolopark review is the 02 model. Let's check the front of the box, sides of the box, this side of the box, and the back side of the box. This is what it looks like at the back. Shows you the accessories. So it shows you the catapult, the weapons, the entry plug, and the sets of hands. Let's check the window. By the way, I scored the sides of the box already so that it would be easier for me to open it. Okay, so that's what it would look like. Designs. Okay, so let's get it out of its packaging. Hold on. And that's what it would look like. Awesome. Okay, so by removing the top half, you'll get the manual and this thing with codes. Okay, so this is the manual. Instructions. There you go. Okay, so I'll just open. I opened the flash so that we'd be able to see the details a little more. Nicely painted. Not the best, but it's okay. For its price, I'm not complaining. And these are the hands. This could both hold the gun and the daggers. Let's check the face. Great sculpt. This is the other container. You know what? I really wish that they have an opening gimmick for the bases. An easy open gimmick for the bases so that you'd be able to store the weapons and accessories. Okay, so this section right here holds the base. And again, let's open the flash. So that's where the entry plug is. And for those who are not familiar with the entry plug, that's where the pilot is seated. So this is the head of the EVA Unit 02. Nicely painted eyes, metallic green. I'm not sure whether this line, this lower line right here is supposed to be white. I believe it's supposed to be red. So not like the block keys wherein this lower section serves as the jaw for the EVA. It only opened up when it's turning berserk. So since I built two models already, as you can see, I find it easier to attach the lower part of the neck to the body first, then attaching the head next. I was only able to attach it after I scraped the excess plastic that's preventing it from attaching. Now let's get the cover for the body. Let's attach this lower section, then this. This model's not gonna be perfect, so it's gonna have knobs here and there, so just get a hobby knife and fix it. That's what it would look like after the trimming. I was able to connect it, but I'm not sure whether this is supposed to have movement on the upper part of the torso. It's barely moving. Okay, not like these lower sections wherein it can bend back and forwards. You'll never go wrong with the arms because it will definitely say right and left. So let's connect it to its lower half. Okay, easy. Now let's connect the pylons. Well, I don't know what these things are. Okay, I don't know if pylons are even the right term to use. Should have at least colored that circle red too. Shoulder section connected. The arms to the body. It's a little stiff, but better than loose. Now let's get the pylons. So let's connect these to the ball joint on the shoulders. There you go. Definitely awesome. This is the feet, and if yours doesn't move that way, all you need to do is disassemble this top red part and scrape off the excess plastic that's there. Now let's connect this armor to this section. Now let's get the leg and make sure that the feet is right for its leg. And this is what it would look like connected to its leg. Articulation goes sideways. Okay, so goes sideways that much, and toes could bend that much. Could go that back and forward. Yeah, this far back. Yeah, pretty far. Okay, so once it's connected, you just have to make sure that it is really connected. Yeah, you just need to push it in a little more. Connect it. Then you need to connect it some more. Yeah, so you need to have 2 clicks. Okay, so articulation time, just the same as the other Evas. This could go that way, double bend. It can definitely go 360, but I won't do that. There's a little movement here, okay? There's a little movement here. Good. Wrist could definitely go 360. Arms could definitely go 360. Should I do that? Okay. Did it anyway. These shoulder things or pylons or whatever. I'm not sure whether pylons are a good term for describing these. Okay, shoulder part goes up that way, that much. Okay, neck, really awesome. There's a lower ball joint and an upper ball joint, so awesome range of motion. Okay, can bend that far back. Okay, and individually they got swivels for each segment, so just have to be very careful. Bend, really nice, nicely done. Okay, definitely reach the buttocks. Nicely painted underside or soles. Okay, I guess this one should be colored yellow and the inner part red, but I'm not complaining. Now let's move on and check the weapons. Okay, so for the weapons, this is what it got as a rifle. Really nice and unique weapon. Does this go forward? Yes, it goes forward. Awesome gimmick. Awesome gimmick. I believe in the show this is a hollow part, so if you want to make it accurate, you can drill this section right here. The plastic that they've used for the hands are really durable, and you just have to force it so that you'll be able to hold the weapons. This is the common problem that I'm experiencing when changing the hands. And in order for you to remove this ball joint properly is, you can just bend it this way, then force it out, rather than pulling it out, which is really difficult. This is what it would look like holding the weapons. And if you guys would like to change the hands, you just have to bend it so that the ball joint wouldn't come off. Okay, building the base requires extra step. You just have to separate this top piece right here, connect this part over to this side, get this other piece and connect it to here. There you go. Then close it using the top part. You could now slide up and down. Get these two pieces together and connect it, just like so. Get these two, connect it here. Okay, so you can never go wrong because there's a box and a circle. Assembled. Now it's time to connect the EVA to this base. Cockpit gimmick. Open this. You lift this up and you can also put it back so that you'll be able to see the entry plug right there. Size of the Unit 02. It's more or less 8.5 from feet up until this point right here. And the head to feet is more or less 8 inches. And as you can see, it's a little hunched over because that's what it really looked like. So that's all three EVAs positioned on their respective catapults. If you have these Daiso bases, they would really look great next to the EVAs. And you're looking at the Daiso bases from its back, and it really looks nice alongside the Yolopark EVAs. And that would be all for this review. Thank you. See you again next time.